Hi friends, I welcome you all to my channel, that is Learn Conceptually. Friends, I hope all of you have seen my previous video on the simplification topic, right? And we have almost covered all the concepts coming under the simplification topic, right? And you can find the complete playlist on my channel, right? And in my last video, we have already covered the concept of law of indices, right? But we haven't solved any problems on the law of indices. So in today's video friends, I am going to solve a total of 5 problems on the law of concept of indices, right? So we will see how to apply the concept of law of indices one by one, right? So let's start the today's session friends. So the first problem, so this is the first problem friends. So what he is asking us to find 3 raised to 12 minus question mark, right? So he wants us to find this question mark, right? So before proceeding to the solution friends, first you observe, see here, this base term, you observe the base term, this is in the 3, right? The base term is almost 3. So if you want to find the power, it's better to bring all the base terms in terms of 3, right? So that for simplification it will be very easy. That's right. Without bringing it to the 3 also we can solve, right? But it will be very tedious one. So don't go for that. So better what I suggest, convert the all the base terms in terms of 3. So that for simplification it will be easier. This will be the first trick, right? So 81. In 3 tables when the 81 will come, 27 3 ja, right? And 27 is what? It is a cube of 3. So I can say that 3 raised to 4 is 81 whole to the power of 3 into 6 square into, see here this, apply the law of negative powers. What it says, whenever there will be a negative power, we can write it in the form of 1 by the whatever the term it is, right? 1 by 18 square. This is what the law of negative power says. Whatever may be the term, you have to write it in the form of 1 by, right? So 3 raised to 12 minus question mark. So now, see here friends, here it is a bracket. So apply the law of brackets. What the law of brackets says, we can multiply the powers. So 4 into 3 is how much? 12. So 3 raised to 12 into 3 raised 6 raised to 2. You keep it as it is. And friends, see here this 18. Can we bring in terms of 6 here 18? See why I am bringing in terms of 6 means for cancellation it will be very easy, right? So 6 3 ja 18, right? So I can write it in fashion 6 into 3 whole to the power of 2 is equals to 3 raised to 12 minus question mark. Now friends, this 6 square and this is 6 square will get cancelled, right? Now what left? 3 raised to 12 into 1 by 3 square is equals to 3 raised to 12 minus question mark, right? Now apply the law of division friends. What the law of division says, a raised to m divided by a raised to n, we can write a raised to m minus n. So the same thing, see here the bases are common, so subtract the powers. So 3 raised to 12 minus 2 is equals to 3 raised to 12 minus question mark, right? So 12. Now see here friends, there are two ways to solve now. See here friends, this 12 minus 2 and 12 minus question mark, directly we can say that this question mark is 2. Observe the thing friends, 12 minus 2, this is 3. 3 raised to 12 minus question mark, directly we can say the question mark is 2. One thing, otherwise if you are not getting, apply the law of indices itself. What it says, see here, if the bases are same, we can equate the powers. So what it says, if the bases are same, we can equate the powers. So apply that concept. 12 minus 2 is equals to 12 minus question mark. This will be 10 is equals to 12 minus question mark, right? So the question mark is equals to 12 minus 10. It will be 2. Understood friends? This is how we have to apply the law of indices, right? So I am taking here too much of time, right? Don't waste too much of time. You need little bit of practice, so that will reduce your time. So let's move to the second one. This is your second problem. So he is asking the x term. We have to find the x term, friends. So how to find? So this is 28 square, right? So 28 square means, suppose if I don't know the square of this 28, then it will be very difficult. So what to do? See here, friends, this observe the second term, 0.25. What it says, in my previous video I already told that, friends, what is the 25%? What is 25%? 25% can we write in this fashion? 25 by 100, right? So 25 1 jar, 25 4 jar. So it will be 1 by 4, right? See here, this 25% can also be written in this fashion. 25 by 100 can be written as 0.25, right? So again this 0.25 is nothing but 1 by 4, right, friends? So always remember, friends, whenever there will be either 25% or 0.25, you have to write in the fraction form as 1 by 4, right? Always you keep this in your mind. Either it may be 0.25 or 25%. It will be 1 by 4. So 28 square into 1 by 4 whole square is equals to x square, right? Now, friends, I need to cancel, right? See, this 28 is divisible by 4, right? But can we split this 28 in terms of 4? Yes, it is possible. 4 7 ja 28, right? So 4 into 7 whole square into 1 by 4 whole square is equals to x square. Now this 4 square and this 4 square will get cancelled, right? Now what left? This 7 square and x square. So 7 square is equals to x square. Now what, friends? Again apply the law of indices. What it says? If the powers are same, we can equate the bases. So what is the answer? X is equals to 7. So cancel this power, you will get x is equals to 7. Understood, friends? Now let us move to the third example. So he wants us to solve the problem, right? He wants this question mark. He wants this question mark. So how to proceed, friends? See here. See, both side it is division, right? Both side it is division. So what I will do, we will convert into the multiplication, right? So that we can write in the reciprocal form. So 64, right? So 64 square into 1 by 24 square, this division into 1 by 6 raised to minus 2, right, friends? So this is what we will do. If this is what we will get, right? After conversion into the multiplication, we will get this one. But friends, observe here, this is 6 raised to minus 2, right? So apply the law of negative powers. What it says? 6 raised to minus 2 means what? We can write 1 by 6 raised to 2. So if I substitute this 1 by 6 raised to 2, this 6 raised to 2 will come into the numerator, right? So I will just write that simplified form here. So it will be 6 raised to 2 is equals to x. That is unknown, right? Now try to simplify, friends. 64 square into 24 square, right? So can we split in terms of 4 here, right? See here, this is about 4 means what? It is 16, 4 cube it is, right? 4 cube. 64 is 4 cube whole square into this 24 is 4 into 6, right? So 1 by 4 into 6 whole square into 6 square is equals to x. Now friends, this 6 square and this one will get cancelled, right? Now what left? Now apply the law of brackets. 3 2 is 6. So 4 raised to 6 into 1 by 4 square, right, is equals to x. So now try to cancel, friends. This 4 square and this one, you get 4 raised to 6 and 4 square, you will get x is equals to 4 raised to 4, right? How much it is? 4 cube is what? 64. 64 into 4. So you write 64 into 4. How much it is? 4 4 is 16. 1 left. 4 6 is 24 plus 1. 25. So answer is 256. Understood, friends, how to do it? It's very easy, right? Just you have to remember the law of indices, the concept of law of indices. You have to remember those 6 laws so that it will be very easy to simplify. Friends, now see here, the interesting thing is he has given 2 x terms here, right? He has given 2 x terms and he has given 2 numbers. So he is asking us to find the x term, right? See, both side x means it is a common number itself, right? We have to find that unknown thing. So first what I will do, friends, I will separate the like terms one side and unlike terms at the other side. So first I will separate this x raised to 9 by 4 divided by x raised to 1 by 4 is equals to, I am separating the like terms at one side and the unlike terms in the other side. 324 by 9. Right, friends? So now apply, see here the bases are same, right? So apply the law of division. What it says, you can subtract the powers. So 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4. How much it is? 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4. See here the base is same. So directly subtract the numerator. 9 minus 1 is 8. So 8 by 4. So it will be 8 by 4. So 8 by 4 means 4 1 ja, 4 2 ja. Right? So we will get the 2. So if you simplify the powers, you will get x raised to 2 is equals to 324 by 9. Next what to do, friends? We have to get the square roots, right? So what is the square root value of 324 and 9? See here, friends, square root of 324 by 9. See, 324 is what? It is the square of 18 and 9 is the square of 3. So I can write 18 by 3, right? And again I can cancel this, 3 1 ja, 3 6 ja. So I can write x is equals to 6. Understood, friends? See, in the beginning it may feel difficult, right? By seeing the problem you may feel it difficult. But if you understood the concepts correctly and thoroughly, right, it will be very easy to simplify. So let us move to the last example of today's. Again he is asking the question mark, right? So, but what is the difference here? He has given the numbers in the decimal format, right? And friends, believe me, still most of the students will feel difficult whenever there will be a decimal numbers, right? They will unable to write in the decimal numbers, right? They will feel afraid whenever there will be the decimal number. They will afraid to multiply, they are afraid to add, subtract, right? So I will try to simplify that. So listen here, friends. First you forget about the decimal points. Whenever there will be a decimal, right, you forget about the decimal, right? You only focus on the numerical part. How much it is? 27, 9, 3, 3, right? You only focus on the numbers, friends. 27 is what? It is 3 cube. It is 9 is what? 3 square. This is 3 raised to 1, 3 raised to 1, right? Only focus on that. But what is asking is given 0.027. So when you will get 0.027, friends, see, if you multiply 3 times, you will get 27, right? Suppose if I put a point here, 0.3 into 0.3. See, again you forgot about the decimal part. 3 into 3 is how much? 9. 3 into 3 is how much? 9. And how many decimal points are there, friends? 1, 2. So after multiplication, before two numbers you have to put the decimal point. See, after multiplication 3 into 3 only one number is there, right? If no number is there, put 0 and put a decimal. So 1 and 2 decimal numbers are there, right? After multiplication the decimal points will get added, right? So 1 into 1, right? Sorry, 1 decimal point and 2 decimal point, so it will become 2. So you have to substitute the decimal point before two numbers, right? So put a 0 here. So 0.09. So whenever friends you multiply 0.3 and 0.3, you will get 0.09. And again when you multiply this with the another 0.3, if you multiply this with the another 0.3, what happens friends? Again forget about the decimal part. What is he saying? 3 into 9. It is how much? 3 into 9 is 27, right? But how many decimal points are there? 1, 2. But friends, observe here, this decimal point is before two numbers and this decimal is before 1. So total you have to put a decimal number before three numbers. You have to add the decimal numbers, right? 1, 2 and this is 3. So the decimal point should come before 3 digits, right? But here only 2 digits are there, right? So put a one more 0, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 digits are there. You put a decimal point here and put a 0. Understood friends how to find decimal numbers? It's very easy, right? So you only thing you need little bit practice, right? So now we have found that 0.027 is what? It is a 0.3 cube. So I will just write that 0.3 cube whole to the power 2 into this 0.09 is what? It is the square of 0.3. 0.3 square whole to the power of 2. See this divided by, I can write in the multiplication fashion, 1 by 0.3 whole to the power of 6 is equals to 0.3 whole to the power of question mark. So now you do the simplification for the brackets friends. 3 into 2 6, 2 into 2 4. So 0.3 whole to the power of 6 into 0.3 whole to the power of 4 into 1 by 0.3 whole to the power of 6 is equals to 0.3 whole to the power of question mark. So now see here friend, this term and this term will get cancelled. So now what left? 0.3 whole raised to 4 is equals to 0.3 whole raised to question mark, right? Now what left friends? Now apply the law of indices form concept. What it says, if the bases are same, we can equate the powers. So we can say that the question mark is 4. So the solution for the given problem is 4. Understood friends how to do it? It's very easy, right? Don't be afraid for the decimal numbers, right? So you just need a little bit of practice. So practice a lot friends, right? Take any of the textbooks, right? And start practicing for the simplification problems. Don't neglect this topic friends. Whenever especially it comes for a banking exams, right? See, this simplification topic itself covers 5 to 10 marks of questions, right? So don't take it lightly, right? So practice more number of questions, right? And this completes your simplification topic, right? You can find a complete playlist of this simplification topic on my channel, right? And please do share this video to your friends who are preparing for the competitive examination, right? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, right friends? Please subscribe, like and share my video to your friends. So that's all friends for today's session. So this is what I wanted to convey. So see you next time friends. See you next time with a new concept, with a new topic. So till then, bye friends. See you next time.